On this episode of Buff's Garage, I gotta get the 1979 Corvette ready for a 4,000 mile journey, and I've got just a week to do it. I mean, it already runs and drives, so. So you've seen this car previously on the channel. I traded my beloved Falkenstein to Dalton at Pole Barn Garage for this 1979 barn find Corvette. He went through and did a couple of things to it, but didn't have it really running well and driving well, and I spent a week working on it up at Pole Barn Garage, and I didn't get it running that well. So now I've got less than a week to get this thing ready for Poverty Tour, which is about 4,000 mile journey for me in the 79 Corvette, to join up with Pole Barn Garage and friends for this once a year event where we drive our cars across country as a group. But we're going to do some adventures along the way, including Kanab and Moab. And yes, I think I'm going to try to off-road the Corvette, which is a horrible idea. So I've got less than a week to finish up on things that need to be done. That door over there no longer opens or closes. It's the latch wasn't working right, and so I pulled it. The wipers don't work. I replaced the switch. That isn't the problem, so I got another wiper motor I got to throw in it. And if all else goes well, I've got this exhaust I want to put on the car because it's got an exhaust leak which I could fix, and I might have to if I run out of time. But if I have time, I'd like to put these side pipes on that came with the car when I got it from Dalton. So, you know, let's see what we can get done in a week. So last time you saw the car, I had different valve covers on here, but they were leaking like crazy. And all I could come up with was that they were somehow warped or bent. I put new valve cover gaskets on it. They still leaked like crazy. So we were trying these. These are aluminum finned ones that I got off of eBay. I also changed the carburetor and reconfigured a few of the hoses. I changed out these wires because they were touching the headers and causing them to short out. I also have another water pump, another radiator, and new hoses coming. I don't know if you remember, but when I painted the car, I ended up burning up the alternator, so I got a new one of those on the road. And while it runs and drives just fine, I feel like now I've got to fix some stuff to make sure it doesn't overheat along the way. These cars are notorious for trapping heat underneath this hood. We're going to do our best to get as much heat out of the car as possible while also cooling the engine, because it still regularly sits over 200 while driving. And we're going to Moab, so in the summer, and I don't feel like that's a good time to test the cooling system the way it is. So let's upgrade all that and maybe get this thing ready in the next 5 days. I did all of those things off camera. I also started on this door off camera because I didn't know what I was doing. So what I wanted to do was figure out why this didn't work anymore and this wasn't working and why I had no locks. And what I found is somebody completely removed all the linkages for the locks. The linkages for the door handles were still in place, but not in great shape. And guess what? They don't make this stuff anymore. So I had to buy these special ends that are coming. They'll literally be here 2 days before I have to leave. And then while I was trying to adjust the linkage and get it straight, I ended up breaking that, which hopefully that's here in the next couple days. I went to try to use the power locks. Like I said, all of that was disconnected, so I bought a power lock motor, but again, no linkages, so irrelevant. So I need you guys to all be on your best behavior and not break into my car because it will not be able to lock, which sucks, but it is what it is. In the meantime, I had a push button starter down here and I did not like that, so I went through and found the wiring to get it to start with the key again. That allowed me to put another 12-volt receptacle back in, and now I have power for all my goodies. There's really nothing else I have to do before I go, but there's a few things I want to do. I noticed the other day that my oil pressure gauge just stopped working. Now, is it the gauge, is it the wiring, or is it the sending unit? I don't know, but I got a new sending unit, so let's try that. Alright, so the oil sending unit on this vehicle is not up top like it should be. It's clear down here, which is probably why it failed. It probably got too hot. I put new bulbs bulbs in all the gauges so they'd be nice and bright, but also this tack doesn't work and it's really, really expensive to replace. So I put this mini tack in here for now. That'll do the job for this trip anyway. So I'm gonna put all this back together. Oh, and I also checked the fuse box before I pulled the wiper motor out. Even though I bought a new one, I was kind of freaked out because the new one didn't match the old one, because the new one doesn't have this wire or this wire. So rather than deal with all that, I went and tested the plug and didn't have 12 volts. So I jumped down under here to the fuse box and let me show you what I found. That's not a good sign, but I went ahead and threw the proper size. This was a 15, I put a 25 in it, which is the right size. And now it kind of works. And they even perk. So I call that good enough. And if we have problems, we can always upgrade along the way. Now I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I have a new 4-core radiator I want to put in this thing. And I did get some new hoses, even though these hoses seem to be okay. But I got to get that going before I jack this thing up and put the new exhaust on it. I really feel like the exhaust is the least of my concerns. I went ahead and bought collector gaskets in case I can't get the side pipes on in time. I can just replace the collector gaskets, which should eliminate my exhaust leak. But I really want the side pipes on, but I also need it to not be over 200 degrees when we're out in the desert. So 4-core radiator it is. I got the aluminum racing radiator. Hopefully it fits. Look, they included the sealant on the petcock. Perfect. Just set that there and immediately forget about it. It's well packed. Well, it looks about the same as the old one, but bigger and aluminium-y. I mean, it works better, spelled differently. It looks like it might work. I've had good luck with these aluminum radiators in the past, but you never know what you're going to get. So I think I got to disassemble all of this to get that radiator out, and it's at a weird angle. Yeah, anyway. And apparently the petcock didn't do its job. All right, so while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and pop this water pump off. It's probably fine, but we know we have cooling issues, so I'm just replacing everything. Oh, and when you back your car in without the radiator hooked up, yeah, don't forget the transmission lines aren't looped, so you end up making a mess. Whoops. But little brake clean cleans everything back up. And now we can start to reassemble everything. Now before I put the radiator back in and the water pump and all that, I realized that this is supposed to have a seal all the way around it, and that is missing. And the parts specifically you can order, but it's like over a week out and it's not cheap. So instead I ended up getting this sponge window seal, and it would not stick to the core support. So instead I stuck it to the radiator, and hopefully that'll make a bit of a seal around that. And then I got some old door trim from outfitting Fred the little farm truck, and that seems to be pounding onto the shroud really well. So I'm going to try to seal up around the shroud as well, and anything that touches the radiator or the core support will have some kind of seal on it. I noticed there were gaps on either side, and you're supposed to make sure all that's sealed up. So I ended up getting air conditioner weather strip. It was pretty cheap and it's thick, and I should be able to shove it in there, because at this point it's better than spray foam. When you don't want to spend all your money on the high-dollar Corvette seal kit to keep the air forced through the radiator, I showed you before the air conditioner weather strip seal, and yeah, it was just sitting there, so I know it was going to immediately blow off and get sucked into the fan and make a big mess. So duct tape, Gorilla tape, in fact, that should hold it. and that should force all the air from below. And for those that said I didn't have a spoiler, that's a giant spoiler underneath there that sucks all the air right up into here and forces it through the radiator. And it's got an upgraded fan, so we don't even have a clutch fan on it. It's a flex fan. It's noisy, but it's going to do the job. Got the new 4-core radiator in. So yeah, let's get the fan back on and belt and, I don't know, fill it up maybe. All right, with all of that wrapped up, I can now fill it full of coolant. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and tackle this door latch thing, because I just got the parts in for that. I shouldn't have messed with it to begin with, but you know, door wouldn't open, so it is what it is. So I had to pull this door latch and fix the locking mechanism. It wasn't working. These things are like almost $300, so I decided to fix this one instead of buy a new one, because I'm cheap. But in the process, I had to pull this linkage out, which goes in the door and runs from that latch to the door handle, which broke. That was not the problem, but that is an additional problem. So I finally just got this one in today. But if you noticed, everything's pop riveted in, and I don't have any pop rivets that size, so I'm gonna have to find a nut and bolt to hold that in place and get my rod linkage back in place and wrap this door up and be done with it. Okay, so I got all this back together, got the new door latch in there, or the new door handle, but something's still wrong with this mechanism, because it no longer, it just doesn't do the swing on the inner mechanism for the outside. So that's okay, we're just gonna have to open the door from that side and then pull this to get in, and then maybe I'll just pull the tops off and jump in. That'll be fine. I'll order another one and I'll get it after Poverty Tour, but for now it works. So I'm gonna put the door panel back on, call it good. Back this morning, we've got 1 day left before Poverty Tour, and I really want these side pipes on the car. This is going to be an all-day effort, and then I still have to run through everything, double check all the work that I did, make sure it's not going to overheat, and pack. And the only way to do that is to get started on it right now. And that's how you remove an exhaust real fast. No turning back now. So obviously I still have to deal with the headers, get them out, and you know, we're one broken bolt away from a bad day. But let's see what it sounds like with no exhaust. That's cool. I like that. But I don't want to hear that for 4,000 miles. Those complaining about the exhaust leak, you can tighten those bolts all you want, but if your gasket looks like that, it's not going to help. And yes, they're cheap, and I did get others just in case I couldn't get this exhaust pulled off, but we cut this one out. So we're kind of committed at this point. Well, other than I had to pull the spark plugs, that wasn't difficult at all. Drops right down the bottom, just like Dalton told me. So, done. One header out. See if we can get one in. So these bolts are kind of tough to get to, but I was able to get them loosened up and dropped it down. And remarkably easy to get out. I mean, honestly, once you get to the bolts, you got to use a wrench, so it's one turn at a time, but it drops right out the bottom just like it should. I went ahead and pulled the middle two spark plugs just in case. And the reason why they're different is the side pipe header doesn't flow all the way out like this. It flows out this way so that you can get the side exit and then back. These flow backwards so that you can just hook it up into regular exhaust. But we'll keep them. We might need them later. Just as easily as that other one came out, you can see how this one's shaped differently. It's gonna go in. Well, I'm just going to apologize now. If you wanted a full tutorial on how to put these side pipes on, I just put my head down and got to work. I've got less than 12 hours before I got to leave, and I've never done this before, and they're probably not right, but they're in. But I've got to run and get another spark plug because I don't have any for this car, and I just broke one, so that happens. But an hour there, an hour back, hopefully I can get that spark plug in, and then this car is running again. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up the radiator and then head to town. So new development. Filling up the radiator, trying to get the cooling system ready for this trip, and it is pouring water out of the weep hole in that brand new water pump, because of course it is. Brand new O'Reilly's water pump. I guess we're just gonna have to put the old one back in because there's no time to get one. Well, I don't really have time for this, but that's what you get when you buy quality with a K items from O'Reilly. Well, everything's back together. I used a whole lot of RTV just to make sure that we weren't going to have any leaks, and let's hope and pray that we don't. All right, now let's finish filling this thing up because we got to get ready to pack. All right, I got the spark plug installed, got the water pump all back together, got the side pipes in. Let's fire this thing up, make sure the fluids are topped off. Plus, I just want to hear it. Something was hitting. Oh, stupid plastic thing. It's fine. When I heard that rattling noise, I thought we were going to have to take the ranch wagon out there, and I'm glad we're not. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to burn my calves. Flowing, but it hasn't burped yet. Go ahead and check the transmission while we're at it. Oh, that's right. The dipstick's broke. I just remembered. Down in the transmission somewhere. Forgot that happened. Let's add some more. Well, we hit 240, and I don't know if it went down or not, so we're going to check the fluid. You would have thought that would have opened the thermostat. And with that, I guess we're as good as we're going to get to go to Poverty Tour, so I need to pack. I'll see you in the morning. Well, my day started unexpectedly. One of you guys actually got stranded right outside of where I live, and so I hopped in the expedition and went and got him, gave him my trailer, and said, good luck. So that was an extra hour that delayed me, but here I am, world famous Buffalo Ranch in Afton, Oklahoma, getting the Corvette fueled up, and then I'm headed to Joplin, Missouri to North Park Mall to meet up with Pole Barn Garage and friends for the 2026 Poverty Tour. So, getting fuel, getting some snacks, hitting the road. this? Do you need a ride?
Absolutely.
I can't not pick up a hitchhiker, and she's kind of cute. I'm Buff.
I'm Bunny.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I'm headed to Joplin, is that good?
Absolutely.
All right, on to Joplin. Oh. Well, we made it to Joplin, Missouri, and the start of Poverty Tour. So we're gonna get out and greet some people and make this thing legit. Well, I'm gonna try to steal footage from somebody else because I spent the entire time meeting and greeting and talking to everybody. And thank you guys for all coming out to Joplin, even the ones that can't make the whole tour. We appreciate every single one of you. But now we gotta hit the road. We're about an hour late, and we've got to get to Weatherford, Oklahoma before it gets dark. So, Poverty Tour 2026, here we go.
Bye.
Well, we made it into Kansas. We stopped with everybody you saw here, and now we're gonna keep pushing on to Oklahoma, all following Route 66. This is a lot of fun. You guys should be here. We stopped just south of Tulsa and had to get a drink, but I also am trying to track down a noise on the car. It did get up to about 220 driving, but that's okay because everything's doing what it should. It's a Corvette. It's trying to get air through the system, and we checked the temp and it's 109 real feel. 220's okay. We're just gonna take her easy on the road. But it started making a weird sound, and somebody thought it sounded like, you know, a harmonica was taped under my car somewhere. But what I'm figuring it out is that alternator's getting super hot underneath that hood, and just like the one before, it's now failing. Currently it's still charging, so we're gonna just keep pressing on, because why fix it when we can just keep going, right? But if it does fail, you're gonna see me on the side of the road somewhere along the way. All right, we're stopped at Bristow, Oklahoma. Corvette's doing fine. I went ahead and opened the hood because we're gonna be here for a bit. We've got a whole bunch of Poverty Tour folks here hanging out. We got a Poverty Tour person down over here in a Pontiac towing the camper, and we're trying to get him going again. Car is overheating. It is 109 degrees real feel right now, so that's fine. It's fine. I mean, Corvette's doing all right. But we've got a radiator incoming for that car. We're changing the water pump right now. We're all jumping in, but you know, as usual, JD's manning the wrenches. How's it look?
It's not that bad.
Here, south of North Dakota. So work continues here in the Casey's. and everything's fine. We just gotta get that car back on the road, and then we'll get this whole show going on to Weatherford and or wherever we break down next. But guys, that's what Poverty Tour is all about. One person goes down, everybody jumps in to help, and that's what makes it easy to take your pile and drive it 4,000 miles. As you've got friends, you've got help, you've got parts. We make sure you succeed. Now, not everybody's gonna win. Some people blow their car up, and it's gonna happen, right? But the only way you're ever gonna know that's gonna happen is drive your car. So, get out there, drive your car. Finally made it into Weatherford, Oklahoma, and that concludes the end of day one of Poverty Tour. We went, I don't know, like 300, 400 miles, something like that, by the time we took all the side roads and everything coming out here. And, you know, the vet got a little warm at times. It definitely got warm inside. I'm definitely sunburned. But man, what a day. Beautiful day. Great people all along the way. Lots of things to see. And honestly, guys, getting out and driving your car, that is where it's at. Yeah, this car doesn't have AC. It doesn't even have all the stuff that works, but it does drive and it runs. And we have just had a blast all day long. Literally, from the sun and the wind, we are wiped out. One of the funnest days I've had, and quite honestly, if you're not here, you should be here. Poverty Tour, it's a RoadWarrior challenge, and it's not for everybody. We've had people drop out already for various reasons, and I respect all of them for giving it a shot, but it's not for everybody. So if you think it's for you, you need to get your car, get it fixed, and get out on the road. So that concludes day one. We're gonna go get something to eat, get a shower, wake up bright and early tomorrow, do this all again. Good morning from Weatherford, Oklahoma. It's a beautiful day. Well, it's overcast, but after yesterday, we'll take it because, man, it got 109 plus heat index yesterday. And all I can say is that put a lot of cars in jeopardy. And quite honestly, it was sweltering in the vet. Like, we were toasted. And you had to have the tops off to get enough air moving to cool down because we don't have AC. And just to be clear, there's no AC parts in the dash of that car. Someone has gutted it. I don't know if they're making a race car or what, but even if I wanted to put AC back in, the car's not worth it at this point. More money invested than what it's worth. But we had a great time, but my face was as red as this shirt. We pushed through, and the car did get a little warm. However, it never got too hot, never had to pull off, let it cool down, anything. So all of my fixes worked. Yes, small wins. So today we've got to head all the way to Tucumcari, New Mexico. It's gonna be a haul. We're gonna cross Oklahoma, Texas, into New Mexico, 3 states today. And we're gonna start out at the Stafford Air and Space Museum, which is 3 miles that way. So I'm gonna check all the fluids on the car and meet up with all of you who are waiting on me. are at the Stafford Museum in Weatherford, Oklahoma. We got Dalton, Jesse, Puddin, Mortsky. We've got Build Season Steve, and of course, me and the vet. It's a whole bunch of you guys that came out today to see us, and we appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. I mean, we have filled the parking lot. They opened it just for us for Poverty Tour, so make sure to thank them and go check out the museum. They got some cool stuff there.
Now that one bring big money on eBay.
Here goes. I haven't even been to this museum yet. I want to go run through that before we go. Is it cool?
Very cool. Very nice.
Big shout out to the museum here and the city of Weatherford. We had the mayor, Mike Brown, walking around. Not that we have to do that. Okay, there will be a police presence. Everybody be
Here we are, the National Route 66 Museum in Elk City, Oklahoma. We are headed right to Texola to get across the border into Texas. But it is kind of a leisurely drive today. The weather is better, cars running great. So we're gonna go check out this museum and then head back on the road. But folks, we are crossing into Texas right now. Corvette's doing fine. It's a little warm, but it's also warm outside, so it's okay. This is a regular stop for us. We got to go into Shamrock, and then honestly, Route 66 just becomes 40. So we're going to just hit 40 after Shamrock, take it all the way to Amarillo. You know, famous spot. Here we are again.
They call me Buff for a reason.
I know. They call me running for a reason.
Perfect.
What is this?
Baby. Oh.
Who did you find?
I don't know.
I got some water.
Yeah,
let's
please.
do that.
Is it?
What's up, little boy?
I need.
He was just over there? Oh no. Oh no.
This is my Bam Bam. And he's clean, though. Is he a farm dog? Am I going to steal somebody's farm dog?
I don't know.
What am I supposed to do with this?
You hold him.
Want it on the A?
I want it on the A.
Okay.
What if they don't know it's Texas?
They'll be fine.
Isn't that the A?
Yeah, that's it right there.
That was your last job. Like, man, I wish I had stickers, so I went and bought stickers just for this.
I have to make my own. There's tear a banner apart. This is a big damn sticker. Yeah, it's like, uh-oh.
Put it on over. Yeah, put it over. There you go.
Welcome to Pipkiss.
I'm honored to have that sticker on my car.
I'm honored. Is my camera ready? Okay. It was an honor to place a sticker on your vehicle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to go to bed.
Well, how's the poverty puppy?
The poverty puppy, this is Bam Bam.
Name him Bam Bam.
Absolutely.
Is he doing good?
Buff Bunny and Bam Bam now.
Awesome. Well, let's go get you to a vet, buddy, and get you checked out. Well, here we are, Shamrock, Texas. You guys know I like to stop here. This is a beautiful Conoco station right here, downtown, Route 66, Shamrock, Texas. Vet made it, doing great. Poverty pup is chilling. Bunny seems to be doing good. So we're gonna go grab some fuel, grab some drinks, find a place to get him looked at by a vet, and on to Amarillo, then on to Tucumcari. We got a long day ahead of us, and we're running out of time. We are deep into, well, the outskirts of Texas. We just came down the road. Obviously, border crossing was just a while back there by Shamrock. Came on over. This is the first rest area. But I want to tell you something. First of all, Corvette's doing great. It is a little on the warm side. You know, it's a Corvette. It is what it is. It is a nice, beautiful, warm, sunny day. So you kind of have to expect that. But it's within tolerance. It's going to be fine. If I get too concerned, we can pull over and stop and let it cool off. But look at that view. And here we are, made it to the world famous Buc-ee's in Amarillo, Texas. Car's doing great. Got to get some fuel. We got about an hour and a half-ish, probably 2 hours with the way the car's, you know, I'm driving slow. I mean, I just don't need to do 80. So, hour and a half, 2 hours, get to Tucumcari tonight. But we gained an hour when we crossed the line into New Mexico. So, I'm going to get some snacks, go to the bathroom, fuel up the car, and then on to New Mexico. Well, we ran this thing all the way from Clinton, Oklahoma to here in Amarillo at Buc-ee's. I'm gonna go ahead and track that, see how many miles it is. They do actually have the Beaver ethanol free. It's unfortunately $4.39 a gallon, but you know, only the best for the poverty vet. Took about 13 gallons, 157 miles to Clinton, Oklahoma. That gives us about 12 miles per gallon, running at about 65, 70 all the way here. So, I mean, it's a vet. You're paying for smiles, not miles. Word from the Poverty Tour group that's already headed towards Tucumcari, like they're getting close to it. Bad storms, including tornadoes, lots of rain. Thankfully, I fixed the wipers. So yeah, let's go all in on this and power through a storm to get to our next stop. Only on Poverty Tour.
Empty bottles on the floorboard, smoke rolling out the window, fog in my mind. I'm praying to the good Lord to take it easy on my soul. I need a little more time. I sure hope the gates of heaven are still open up for a rundown sinner like me. And I pray my name is written in that book of life, Lord, for the life of me. These back roads been keeping me sane.
Just made it into New Mexico. It's raining like crazy. Wipers are mostly working. The windows don't go all the way up, so we're getting a little wet, but we were told we should be able to get right through this. And then we're about 35 minutes away from our stop. So why stop when we can just push on through?
Running out of time. The Lord's gonna come like a thief in the night. I hear him knocking on the door. Don't leave me behind.
Well, finally made it in to Tucumcari. It was a heck of a ride. And my room at the Super 8 actually got given away. So we tried booking another room, and at no fault of the hotel, the booking site that I used went ahead and took my credit card, prepaid for the room. We get here, and it turns out they were sold out. But the manager on duty worked out a deal, and they made it happen just for me. I was getting a little concerned that there was no room at the inn for Buff's Garage, but in fact, we finally have a place to sleep tonight. And that's what I'm gonna do. No partying tonight. We're gonna go to sleep and see you all in the morning. Beginning of day 3 of Poverty Tour in Tucumcari, New Mexico. Corvette did fine. We got a little crazy with the rain last night, but made it here just fine. We got to go meet up with everybody at the convention center, have a little meet and greet, go talk to some people, look at their cars, and then we're on to Gallup, New Mexico. This is a lot of fun. literally 2 miles from the hotel, and now we're coasting, attempting to, into this gas station, and it ain't gonna happen. The car just died coming off the off-ramp, and no start. So I think I know what it is, and I actually packed the part. The old merch guy shows up to give me a hand pushing it in. Bystander helped us out. But wouldn't you know it, got so hot the coil went out. It's got to be what it is. I got fuel coming up through the fuel filter. All that's working. Oil's good. Engine seems fine. But I got no sparks. But I packed the coil, so we're going to get that out, get this changed out, get to our hotel. All right, with just a screwdriver, pair of pliers, we got the old coil out. It was obviously burnt. You could smell it. There's nothing else like burnt coil. So we're going to throw this new one in, see what happens. All right, coil replaced. Let's see if we fixed it. It's like I don't know what I'm doing or something. Well, now it says a couple of miles. Thanks, Marcus. Make sure to grab some merch at buffsgarage.com. Marcus and his family will take care of you. And also check out everybody else that's on the website. We've got Build Season, Jesse from Atomic Air Motors, we got Inevitable Jim. You can get them all one-stop shop with shipping included for everybody all at once. Well, we finally made it to the El Rancho, and car was running great, but now the pop-up headlights don't pop up. They come on, but they're not popping up. So I think that's a problem for another day. So I'm gonna check in, go to bed, figure all this out tomorrow. Good night. Well, good morning. We're here at the El Rancho in Gallup, New Mexico. We got a meet and greet coming up at the flea market, I guess. So we're gonna check over the car, top off all the fluids if they need it, and then of course pack everything up so we can head to meet you guys and start our day, because today we are headed to Kanab, Utah, and I've never been there. I think it's gonna be fun.
So you'll have to ask Chad where he's been.
So here we are at the meetup at the flea market in Gallup, New Mexico. Everybody's out here hanging out. Got the cars, got the people, got the poverty pup. So far this has been a great event, and I'm just looking forward to another beautiful day in the car. Although there is a little noise somewhere that I've got to figure out because it's kind of worrying me. Well, that was a fun meetup, getting to see everybody, shake some hands, sign some autographs, and now we are headed to Kanab, but we're going to take the scenic route, so we'll see if we'll make it.
All the views.
Big surprise in the O'Reilly parking lot again. We're getting ready to leave the meet and greet, and the car started making a grinding noise that I was not willing to drive 3 hours to the next spot to get to. So we backtracked back into Gallup, New Mexico. I got my whole poverty tour family here. We got the car jacked up. Definitely feels like this driver's side bearing needs to be looked at, but I'm also fearful it's one of the rears. And at this point, if it's the rears, we might be out. So let's see what we can figure out. All right, well, the cap's hanging off, so that's a good sign. He definitely greased the bearings. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look bad. Screw it. We're already here. Let's tear it apart. Well, it's not an aeroplane.
Cotter pins have to be aviation standard.
But before you say I don't work on my own stuff, these people are all jumping in to help, and we're all just grabbing a part and tool and just going for it. So we're going to try to get this done as quick as possible, but also make sure we get it right. Come on. If I'd pull this brake, it would be a lot easier.
Funny, these Corvette wheels will fit the FE56 Ford. You see a lot of these wheels that fit on there. Because it's a 5.5 on 5 bolt pattern. I kid you not, they welcome out.
All right, guess we're pulling the brake.
Wait, those cops are at Trip though. The YouTube I see about those police, they're at Trip. Folks, the 100 year 266. That's gonna be awesome. These get out. They just kind of. There you go. I said it for Kanab and Moab both because John is talking about.
Doesn't look great. That one's okay, but that back one doesn't look good. Let's see if we can get it off of there. Come on. Oh, I didn't get seals, so we can save that. Oh, that bugger's locked up. They are not rolling. Just barely. Okay, we found the problem child. And it is black in there. Alright, I'm comfortable with that. It is moving.
Did I get your... I'm sorry, I got your...
Might not be the one, but we're going to change it anyway. Further evidence, you can kind of see where it's kind of burned through a little bit. There's no ridge. It'll be fine. But I think with new bearings, which we just got, we're going to go ahead and get those packed, thrown in, and then take it for a run and see what happens.
I like the way he narrates his stuff. It's funny. It gets me laughing so hard sometimes.
All right, we're just going ahead, you know, packing bearings like usual. We don't need no gloves. We don't have any soft hands, although they're probably going to be soft afterwards.
I thought I was silly.
Get this wrapped up, back together, test drive it, see if it works. You know, you can do this all by yourself, and you can make it happen. It sucks, but you know, when you're on poverty tour, you have all these people that are here to support you, even if they're just hanging out.
I guess I could see that.
Because,
So that's why you go on poverty tour instead of just sitting at home on your couch.
If you have a car restoration, I haven't seen that one.
I haven't actually. They're somewhat.
Makes.
Well, it's more like vehicles down on the farm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, and then we'll bring it back just a bit.
Johnny's an amazing person. Obviously, buff.
Just like to see because then I'll.
So, this is the new one.
That's why I was talking to the other one with this.
So, this fella is Justin Afton. This is our car show.
We're kind of bougie around here.
Whiskey Gas Garage.
Yep. Not shot incoming.
Solid. And here's how I look at it. Dalton did it. It's going to be fine. Okay, so I crawled under, checked the rear diff before, just to make sure. I want to make sure that's something I can just do quickly, make sure it's full, so it's nothing in there that's making noises. There's nothing we can do if it's the rears. It's just too big of a job to try to do in O'Reilly's parking lot. And the guy that could help me is not available today. He could help me tomorrow. So I think we found the culprit. We don't know. So I guess now I got to just go find out. Well, I don't hear the noise now. I don't feel it. I could feel it and hear it before. I think we prevented a huge crisis right there. I just want to thank all the folks that stopped that were in our group to help me out, and everybody else that stopped to, you know, just offer to help. But at the end of the day, it's a wheel bearing. It's really kind of a one-man job, and we got it knocked out. And I think I'll find out in about 100 feet if we fixed it or not.
When you jacked it up.
Mike, can we get over? Well, I can say it's better than it was, but that grinding noise, that whomp, whomp, whomp is still happening. I'm pretty sure it's the driver's rear, and if that's the case, we're not going to be able to do that here in a parking lot. So I got some things to figure out here.
On this side? Alright, you're off. You're good.
Are you able to get under it?
Yeah. Sure can.
Find you a hotel?
You join on this side, it's tight.
Can't figure out grinding.
This U-joint has been moving. I just put this on it. This is
Windshield.
Hey, rock that tire again for me, somebody.
Going right now.
Thank you.
That's what our problem is.
That is toast. Let's see if we can blow it apart.
Yeah, might as well try. I mean, I was told it's really hard.
An Ice Age since I played with one of these.
Alright. Recording, Buff, if you want to.
Oh, that's just what's down? I mean, I could wiggle it so we know. Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but.
You know, it's always safety first here at Buff's Garage, especially when it's somebody else's safety equipment.
Yeah, I like my head where it's at, please. With my hat here. All right, we're locked. That'll work, maybe. Yeah.
It always
You had
works.
to give every last bit to get
It works.
All right, you're on.
Yeah, see? One try.
One try, and then I'm gonna smack it, see if I get the threads loose. All right, fair enough.
I'm just saying, it works a lot.
Fair enough, Buff. Give me one.
There we go. 60% of the time it works every time.
Every time.
Yep. Hey,
What did you do?
Hey,
How did you do that? Why?
Houston, we have a problem.
Why is that leaking?
Let's see it, Chip.
Look at that.
How did that happen?
Your caliper is split open here, but that should still not leak. We got to go all the way to figure it out.
Well, I figured out what we did. We loosened the wrong bolt. That's why it's now leaking everywhere. We should have done these bolts instead of these. You know,
Corvette things.
we're humans. We make errors. It's okay. Worst case scenario, we have a permanent leak. It'll be fine.
It won't. It won't.
Well, we got one of these
I
out.
don't know what I'm doing. It doesn't have ones and zeros.
That's it.
Here has to come off. Yeah, I think those have to come off. And like there's a well, there's what I'm hoping for here is there's a little lip right there. I'm hoping this separates. I think it's.
Oh man.
I am going to round this without some lube.
Okay, we can get lube.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to break Fred's buff. I don't want to do that.
Mention the dad, which means getting yelled at.
Oh my God.
Don't break them.
I'm trying not to, Buff. I really am. All right, I'm going to go back the other way so I
don't care if you do. Now we're just trying to figure out how to get all of this stuff off to then get to the bearing. I know this is a nightmare and probably impossible to do in the O'Reilly's parking lot, but we're going to try because what else do we have to do? I mean, you don't have anywhere to be.
No, my wife's totally not somewhere with my kids and Jared's kids and, you know, seeing cool observatories. Nah.
No, we're doing this. I have no idea what I'm doing. John's looking it up. So in the meantime, I'm just going to start yanking on things and see what happens. Yeah, nothing is happening.
All right, so what can I
Well, John looked it up and he confirmed what basically Dalton already knew but didn't explain, is that we can't do this without specialty tools. So, as fun as it is to hit it and whack it and, you know, pull on it, we're just kind of screwed. This is going to have to go somewhere that has the proper tools or at least the proper knowledge on how to pull these. Dalton says he knows a guy. I called the guy. He wasn't available today, so I'm going to hit him up again, see if he can't squeeze us in either tonight or tomorrow.
We need this guy.
We don't have that guy. So it is what it is. We are done. That doesn't mean we're done with Poverty Tour. It means we're done for the day. So we're going to put it back together enough to limp it into town and figure it out from there. We'll see if we can't find a specialty C3 rear spindle puller. And if not, we might be here a few days. Well, that's a wrap on the O'Reilly's parking lot fix. There's no way we can do it without a special tool. Doubt we're even going to find the special tool, but we're going to try. So we're going to go ahead and bunk up here in Gallup, New Mexico for the next day-ish and maybe two. And at the end of this, we are going to get home. We just may miss the rest of the Poverty Tour. So, but we ain't out yet. Let's just get to the hotel, try to find some parts and tools, and get in the AC. With Chip and Jenny following us, we went ahead and limped ourselves back to the El Rancho. We're gonna put the bat signal out and start getting calls going and see if we can find the parts or a solution to get this bearing fixed. It's grinding really bad right now. It's nothing that we did, it's just falling apart. And it's better to fall apart in a parking lot than somewhere on the road in the middle of the desert. So, make my phone calls, chill by the pool, wait until we can find a solution. If there's one thing about cars I know, sometimes you gotta wait it out until you find the solution rather than stressing over it. I mean, look at this place. It's amazing. Poverty Tour is not about reaching each individual stop, it's about reaching the destination. And the destination started in Joplin, Missouri. Well, I just got a message from my friend Phil. You've seen Phil before in my videos and Dalton's. And Phil knows a guy here in Gallup, New Mexico that can not only fix the Corvette, but can fix it today. So I'm gonna see if I can limp it down to the shop and we'll just see if we can't get it in and get it fixed and get back on the road. Well, I limped it to AutoWorks here at Gallup, New Mexico. They got it up on the rack. They're starting to look. Obviously, it's a Midwest car, so it's a little rusty, which out here in the desert, they're not used to. So they're a little hesitant to kind of just dive into it, fully commit. And we are sourcing parts, some new, some used, whatever we can do, because the concern is as he starts pulling things apart, things are gonna break. That's obviously what it is. Could I sit and try to do this in a parking lot? I absolutely could, and so could you. But it takes special tools to do this. He thinks he can get it done unless it breaks, and then we have to do the whole assembly. So let them do a little research, a little looking, and figure it out, and then I'll decide if I can get this thing back together and back on the road. Well, with the down day, we spent it, doing normal people stuff like laundry, going to the pool, grabbing a beer, and a little bit of food. So we're gonna go ahead and check in with the shop and make sure the car is going well so we can hit the road, hopefully by tomorrow, and catch up with the rest of Poverty Tour. There it is, all done. All right, I cannot say enough for AutoWorks out of Gallup, New Mexico. These guys came in on their day off, put it back together. They said the bearings were horrible, the races were destroyed, but they made it happen. And without them, there's no way I could have done this on the side of the road. So I'm gonna send a little care package to these guys. But if you're in the Gallup, New Mexico area and you need a car worked on, you hit up AutoWorks right here. Here's their number. Let me see if I can get it all the way in there. There you go. Check them out. I can't thank these guys enough. Let's get back on the road. Well, everything's packed up, so we've got to head north to Moab. It's about 4.5 hours there, but with, the car and speeds and everything that goes with it, who knows how long it's going to take us. I know it's hot and I know it's desolate, so let's just hit the road and see what happens. This is Poverty Tour. Well, I missed the sign, but apparently we just dipped into Arizona. I don't know how long we're going to be in Arizona, but here we are. So there's one more stake down on the 2026 Poverty Tour. Well, here we are at Shiprock, New Mexico. Yeah, apparently we dipped back into New Mexico. And I think we're gonna have to dip into Colorado before we get into Utah. But I gotta tell you, there ain't nothing here. And right across the street at the gas station, there's these two guys guarding the pumps for about, I don't know, 200-300 motorcycles that just rolled in. So we couldn't get in there if we wanted to. Thankfully, the Corvette doesn't need fuel, but I gotta tell you, that's a dick move. If they're not here yet, get out of the way, let us fuel up. I get it. You want to get everybody through, but don't be a jerk. Anyway, yeah, there's nothing here. If you ever want to come out to this area of the world, feel free to explore and check out new areas, but don't make this a destination. There ain't nothing here. By the way, Poverty Pup's doing great. Well, after this, we got 156 miles to Moab, so we better hit it because it's getting hotter. And the car's doing great. Well, we decided to sidetrack a little bit on our way to Moab. This is the world famous Four Corners, where 4 states come together. Let's see, that's Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. So I've never been here.
I've been here when I was a kid.
So we're gonna go check this out and then we'll get back on the road to Utah. Okay, let's go step into all the states. Here we go. Let's step in them all. All right, now let's go to the left. Well, I'm not going to get out because it's really windy, but my lord, it's beautiful up here. So we pulled off. We're going to take a look at this and then get back on the road. We're not wasting time. It's just, you know, stop and enjoy the beautiful scenery for just a minute.
It is gorgeous.
we're about 20 minutes from Moab, but I've always wanted to stop here. This is cool. Literally cut out of the rock. So we're gonna go check this out and then on to Moab, where we can finish up the day and meet up with the rest of the poverty tour. But man, I've always wanted to do this. I didn't know it was here, and we just happened to cross it, recognized it immediately, and said, we're stopping. And you can only get this if you get in your car, get on the road, go on an adventure. All right, the only thing I'm disappointed about is they won't allow cameras or dogs. So we're gonna have to come back and do this another time. It'll be fine. We got to see it. There is a house over there, like 5,000 square foot house. That's pretty cool. But they give you the tour, and we're just good. We want to get on to Moab, but we can say we stopped and we saw it. They also have a zoo. We don't need to see that either. But back to the vet, back on the road. Oh boy, guys, we finally made it. We are here in Moab. Redemption has been had. We have, in fact, made it to Moab, and we are at the windows. Oh, I mean, look at that. Come on. Well, don't look at that guy. But over there's a hole in the rock. How cool is that? But I finally caught up with the rest of Poverty Tour, and we're going to go hang out with them, get some drinks and some food, and call it a night. In the meantime, check out all this video. Well, folks, that is a wrap on 2026 Poverty Tour. Just saw Dalton and Jess off, and they're headed home. We are also headed home a different route because Oklahoma versus Kansas City. It's quicker for us to go south and across. So unless we see anything really great on the way home, we're just going to give you a montage and let you know we made it. Thank you all for coming out to support Poverty Tour, and everybody that jumped in to help with the car. Make sure to grab some merch at buffsgarage.com. And you can get the merch for all your favorite YouTubers in one spot. When you go to my website, you can also get Build Season, Atomic Era Motors, Inevitable Gym, and soon, Pole Barn Garage. So we'll see you when we get home. It's another beautiful morning, but we are in Colorado, about to dip into New Mexico and then right into Oklahoma. So we are about a day or so out from home. Probably gonna have to stop one more time just because it's kind of my vacation as well as making you guys a video. So we're gonna meander home, take one more day to get home, all the while editing this video that you're watching right now. But one thing I wanted to mention, see how that wheel kind of sets in a little bit? This is Corvette things. Now I've already had to adjust them twice on the road, and Corvette, worst idea ever on taking it across the country, but it's doing it. So I gotta crawl under there, grab a wrench, adjust those back to where they need to be, and then hit the road.
Driving through the night trying to keep my eyes open. The generator's busted and the AC's broken. I'm talking to the Lord, hope he helps us get there safe. And we made it to the show, now we're singing to the crowd. We're playing encore and they're screaming real loud. Try to get home early, but I know that ain't the case. Yeah, it's another hotel room, sleeping on the floor. I'm hurting in the morning from the night before. Pay my dues, I'm eating, love the road. I'm coming home, baby, leave the porch light on. Breakfast in the morning from 7 to 9, but we just can't seem to wake up in time. Grab a cup of coffee and we're off to hit the road. Now we're running on fumes, no time to kill. We got one more show and it's a shitty door deal. Breaking my back just to make a couple more.
So it's really, really windy with intermittent rain. I can't even say the word, intermittent. We had some rain. But man, this little car is getting blown all over the road. That's how windy it is. They issued a red flag warning, and I'm used to that, like with ocean and stuff, not driving across the state of Colorado. I don't know, but here we are getting blown all over the road. Just trying to get out of Colorado. We're gonna dip into New Mexico and then onward to Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's another hotel room, sleeping on the floor. I'm hurting in the morning from the night before. Pay my dues, I'm eating, love the road. I'm coming home, baby, leave the porch light on. Hotel room, sleeping on the floor. I'm hurting in the morning from the night before. Pay my dues, I'm eating, love the road. I'm coming home, baby, leave the porch light on. Yeah, it's another hotel room, sleeping on the floor. Hurting in the morning from the night before. Pay my dues, I'm eating, love the road. I'm coming home, baby, leave the porch light on.
Well, good morning. You guys missed out on last night. We were chasing a storm going one way with another one coming at us from another way, and we were just trying to stay in between it to get somewhere for shelter last night. So we stayed at this beautiful B&B in Guyman, Oklahoma. Highly recommended. I believe it's called the Willows Inn. Check it out. Great people, wonderful breakfast, and we were just thankful to have a nice, safe bed to sleep in for the night. But today is the last travel day. We've got to get ourselves 400 miles home, and I think the vet has it. We have put on over 3,000 miles. I think we're getting close, not quite to the 4,000 mark, but pretty close. We lost a few miles because of the breakdown and we didn't get to go to Canab, but still, it's supposed to be a 4,000 mile round trip, and we're gonna be really close to it by the time we hit the end. Corvette's doing good. Checked all the fluids. They're all topped off this morning. It probably needs a little R&R when we get home, and definitely an oil change because we have exceeded our 3,000 miles and we don't want to ruin the warranty that we don't have. But yeah, car's doing great. Everybody's doing great. Pup is enjoying the morning sun and grass. So now we just got to get ourselves packed up and get on the road and get to home. I am ready. Poverty Tour is an amazing event, but sometimes you just want to get home and get in your own bed. So, onward to home.
You gotta get it done.
And with a mad dash at the end, we have made it home to Grand Lake, Oklahoma. The Corvette worked almost flawlessly. We had a few issues here and there, but you know what? These are not made to go cross country driving like this. They're made to go to the malt shop or to the local cruise on Saturday night. And we just did almost 4,000 miles in a 1979 Corvette that I rescued up at Pole Barn Garage, got it running, got it driving, and then painted it in 36 hours. I can't be any more happy than I am right now. This car did it. And of course it did. This is what we do here at Buff's Garage. I want to thank everybody that joined in to help fix this car along the way or supported me along the way. All of you are, well, I can't find the words. You guys are just awesome, and I truly appreciate you. And I want to thank Dalton for being the guy that puts his name out there for you to want to come ride along with us on Poverty Tour, crossing the country in crappy cars that probably shouldn't be out there but are. I mean, without you guys, we wouldn't be here, and without Dalton, none of us would be doing what we're doing. So thank you guys for always being there and supporting us, and thank you guys for coming out. Poverty Tour was amazing. It was a little different than last year. We had a lot more people participating, and quite honestly, that created some growing pains. But all in all, we finished the event. We got all the way to Moab, which was where we were trying to get to, and then of course cannonballed all the way home, and we made it. This car made it. And I can't thank you guys enough. All of you guys that have stepped up to help support the channel and you know, have encouraged me along the way, I appreciate you all. Make sure to hit up the merch at buffsgarage.com and stay tuned. I'm going to go over this car one more time just to see all that happened to the car along the trip on Poverty Tour.